All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today is the day. I have had this splint on my arm for a week now. It's been 7 days, and I'm going into the doctor to find out if the fracture is as bad as the doctor suspected on day one. So basically, if it is as bad as he thinks that it's going to be, then it's going to be a long time that I'm going to be in a full cast. And if it's not, then it could look a lot better. So basically, we're going to figure that all out today. So wish me luck. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to bring you guys along in the doctor's office throughout that whole process. So I figure I'll just leave you guys here at home. I'll go deal with everything over there, and then I'll come back here and check in with you.
2 hours later.
All right, well, just got back from the doc, and I got some good news, peeps. Not really. Now I'm in a legit cast. All the way up past the elbow. Ugh, sucks. All right, so let me explain to you what happened here. Basically, hang on. Okie dokie. So basically what we've got is I have a fracture in my scaphoid. Scaphoid, I don't even know how to say this, it's stupid. In my bone, in my hand, I have a breaky break, okay?
We mock what we don't understand.
Yeah. So basically here, let me pull it up on my phone so that you guys can see what bone I'm talking about here. Alright, so basically here's what we've got. So this is my hand, like that, and this bone here in the wrist, called scaphoid. Basically, it sits in this part of your wrist right here, and sits right up on top of the radius. And yeah, I have a break in that, a fracture in that. So this is what the doctor explained to me, pretty much, is that this bone looks a little bit like this, right? And I guess it's a little squared off on that side. Whatever. Kind of looks like that. And you have this vein that flows through here. So you have this vein that flows through here. And so the blood can then flow from this vein into the entirety of the bone. He said normally if there's a break up here, then it's not that big a deal. But if there's a break down in here, then it's a pretty big deal. You know, this part of the bone here could die. But my break is right in here. Kind of goes like that. Splits the thing in half, pretty much. And this section here is actually a bit thicker. So it kind of turns into a crack as it goes this way. This side here, more of a thick void. So basically the concern here is that the blood supply from this side of the bone here won't be able to travel down into this section of the bone. So they put me in this full arm cast here so that I don't have the ability to do this. In the hopes that they can immobilize that bone as much as possible there in the wrist so that I can regain blood flow to down here, that this can heal up without any movement, because this bone does a lot of moving when your wrist does all of this stuff. So the hope is that this can heal up without any major problems so that the blood can continue flowing here and we don't have any major issues. So that means being in this thing, this L-shaped, weird, nasty thing, for 4 weeks. And then to be in a half cast, or just like the regular old wrist cast, for 2 months after that. The tricky part is that if this doesn't heal up and I don't get any blood flow going into this bone will die after just a little while. So basically we're consulting with some people to find out if we should have a pin thrown in here into this bone to hold it all together, and then maybe get a little bit of bone scrapings to fill this in. Otherwise, this side of the bone here will die out, and then that would require having a bone graft and a more intense procedure later on. So there you go. That's what's going on with this whole thing here, okay? Kind of sucky news. Because basically, that means that I'm going to be out for 3 months with the current regimen, and if it turns into a surgical thing where they're going to need to put a pin in there, then you know, that's kind of up in the air. It'd be like a 4 to 6 week recovery time after the surgery, and it's just a matter of when we get the surgery done. So we're going to be monitoring this closely over the next month or so to make sure that we're going through the right course of action and it's healing correctly. And if it does not start healing correctly, then we're going to have to go surgical route. Side note, guys, a lot of people are going to be asking and have already asked, what happened? What did I do to get mauled by a shark or whatever? If you didn't know already, then watch the vlog from the sand dune trip that we took over Thanksgiving. Link is right up over here. And basically in that you'll see the first ride out on the ATVs ended up injuring my wrist, and this injury is from that accident. No, nothing else happened. I didn't get in a fight with a Wookiee or something like that. So that's what happened. You can check it out there. So a lot of people are asking, well, wait a second, what is that going to do for your YouTube stuff? You know, you make these videos, most of your videos involve guns and drones and hiking and adventures and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but are we going to stop doing videos? Absolutely not. I have some pretty cool stuff here in the works. A lot of things kind of going on behind the scenes right now. I'm writing a lot of material that I'm going to be discussing with you guys here very shortly. One of those, I guess I'll talk about it just a little bit here. I want to do a firearms course on this YouTube channel, which is going to be a bunch of little mini episodes. It's going to be 3-4 minutes long each, and we're going to do 3 different segments of that, or series of that. The first of those is going to be extremely basic from the beginning. What should you consider before even purchasing a firearm you've never shot before, or you've only shot a little bit? What are the considerations to take before you purchase your first firearm? And then immediately after, what are the things that you should be doing to become familiar with that firearm, gain some safety skills and proficiency out on the range. So that's going to be your beginner course. And then after that, we're going to expand into some intermediate and more advanced shooting techniques and drills, range time, a lot of that kind of stuff. So that first series is going to be a lot of short videos of Jen and me just talking to you guys about some of the basic stuff. And for the first little while, because I will be unable to demonstrate a lot of those techniques and fundamentals of handgun handling, Jen will be handling a lot of the stuff that's going to be happening out at the range. So huge thanks to her for volunteering her services for that. It's going to be great having her a little bit more front and center here on this channel. And then, yeah, hopefully by the time we get into some of that more intermediate and advanced stuff, and we start splitting from just basics of firearm safety and handling into more tactical and range competition, home defense type of trainings, that I will be back up to 100%. But with how much I use my hands and the things that I like to do with my hands, I need to take care of this for now. So your thoughts are much appreciated. Stay tuned on this channel. We do have a lot of cool things that are still going to be happening even without the use of my left hand here. Hopefully we can still put out some content that you guys are interested in and like to see. So yeah, stay tuned. Your thoughts and prayers are much appreciated. Until next time, take care of yourselves, everybody, and make it a great day. Peace out.